Right then, hi everyone, it is me
and me,
and we are off. Well, first, welcome to our first video or second video of 2024. So Theo and I have recently celebrated birthdays, very recently for me, and a few weeks ago for Theo. So we're going off for a meal. So we just thought we'd just two things really: have a little chat, say hello, talk about the car a little bit, and also give you a honest review of the restaurant we're going to. The restaurant we're going to is the Theo?
Is the Bell.
Exactly, the
in
Bell
Frampton.
In Frampton, in Gloucestershire, which is around about, I don't know, 20-25 minutes from where we live. We're going there on a very windy, wet January day. So it's an independent review. It's we're not being, we've not been asked by them to review or anything like that. This is totally independent review. So basically, you're joining us on that to see what we think, and hopefully encourage you guys to, like we've done before, really, shop local, buy local, support local. There's lots and lots of big restaurant chains out there, and I know they struggle a little bit too, but nothing to the likes of your local people really. So if you can support them, it's great. Well, actually, can you remember we went for that meal, didn't we? We went for that meal in Gloucester Keys, and we went to Zizi's, remember, just before Christmas. You don't remember? No. Well, that just shows how good it was. It wasn't very memorable. I was really disappointed in it, actually. And
it was at the pizza place.
We had calamari to start.
Yeah, it was nice.
Hey?
The lasagna and the calamari is quite good, but that was it, really.
Well, this is it. I think, we had the calamari to share, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
So, in fairness to them, the staff were very nice. I think they were understaffed. And in fairness to them, I think, with it being just before Christmas, I think they had a lot of bookings. And whilst we were grateful that they, let us, come in on it's a tiny, tiny little moth, dude. It really won't hurt you.
Just in case.
Whilst they were, very good in letting us come in, even though they were probably a bit busy. In some ways, I kind of wish they didn't, to be honest with you. Those lights are bright behind us. I kind of wish they didn't, because the service was really slow, for one. The calamari was good. The calamari we had to share was nice. I think we had 2 drinks each, soft drinks, and
they can't even refill them that quickly either.
No, this is it. Everything took forever. The starter took forever. The drinks took forever. The
first drinks were fine. It was the secondary drinks that weren't.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, calamari was nice, but then when it came to the mains seemed to take a long time to come out. Oh, okay, the car's feeling urgent. The mains took a long time to come out. The lasagna, you really liked the lasagna, didn't you?
Mm.
And he's a bit of a lasagna connoisseur. I don't know why that's gone blue.
Garfield.
There we go. That's a bit better. So yeah, you are Garfield.
Garfield is not just lasagna, but everything.
So yeah, basically, that is really struggling with the focus today. I don't know why. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. You have to just cope with the focus. I don't know why. I'm getting it to focus on Theo, and it's having funny 5 minutes. I don't know what that's all about. So you'll just have to deal with that, I'm afraid, peeps. So I think it's to do with the light. I think the light keeps changing and it's upsetting the camera. So
it fixes as long as the light isn't right. It's like when the light's in the middle.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, hopefully it won't be too bad. Skoda man's on a mission. So anyway, we so yeah, the lasagna was good. The problem with mine is I had this truffle pasta dish, which was very nice, but you know when something sat under a heat lamp for a long time, it would definitely been sat under a heat lamp for a long time. It had obviously, I got the impression that Theo's had been cooked, mine had been forgotten about, and then suddenly it was a bit of a, oh poop, we need to go and get this guy's food sorted. So mine was sat under a heat lamp. It just had kind of like a film over it. It kind of just felt like it had been sat there for a little while. Oh. So that's part of the so that wasn't great. And again, it took forever to turn up. There's our background music starting up for some reason. Love it. YouTube tune.
YouTube tune. Yeah. That also
what? What?
YouTube tune. It also proves how good the quality speakers are in this thing.
That's true. And then the desserts came out. They only had 2 choices, and I wasn't that impressed with the one we had. It was evidently a frozen dessert that they hadn't let thaw out enough. And so yeah, you know, that was that wasn't a local. That one was a local, but it wasn't a independent. And so we're off to try a local independent restaurant.
That me and my mum has been to a lot of times. Me and my mum have been loving it, basically.
Yeah, you've been a couple of times with Mum. I think you've been with Babter and Jadek as well.
What we like about it's like fancy to the level that isn't so fussy.
Non-fancy fussy.
Yeah, no, it's like
non-fussy fancy.
Yeah.
There you go. Sorry. Yeah.
Basically, they like have different types of nice like salad knives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they don't.
You're right.
Yeah. But they don't have like rules saying we're very smart clothing. They don't have like insanely good interior. It's like a normal restaurant with like a good amount of fanciness.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. So I've never been. They do have other sites, other pubs, restaurants under that one under the ownership. I've been to one called the George, which is near sort of Cam Dursley area in Gloucestershire. That's also been very nice. As I say, this is in Frampton, near the sort of common ground where they play cricket in the summer. And Frampton's gorgeous, actually. If you're ever in the area, definitely visit Frampton. And they do a lovely fair in the summer sort of time. So again, that's worth a look in the future. So Theo also wanted to mention, where's Mr. Kia going? He's on a mission somewhere. So we will do a full review on this car when we get the opportunity. 1, where the weather's better, and 2, I just want to make sure I know all of its features and gizmos and gadgets before I do a review on it, because you can't read a review if you don't know the car 100%. So this is what we are in at the moment is a
VW Arteon.
Very good.
Don't worry, the car's driving a bit itself.
Volkswagen Arteon R. So what this is it's the 2-litre TFSI 280 something bhp Volkswagen Arteon. So it's got 4-wheel drive, it's automatic, and it's blooming lovely. I'm really liking it. I went through lots and lots of decisions, lots and lots of, shall I buy this, shall I buy that, shall I buy this, shall I buy that? I wanted a car that was as new as I could afford and as technically advanced as I could afford, but it had to have practicality. My parents live in the sticks a bit, and I worry that if weather was really bad, i.e. ice and snow, and one of them were ill, I don't know if an ambulance could get to them. So my attitude is I always want to have a vehicle that I know is going to get to them.
And do you know the best part about it, ladies and gentlemen?
Cool.
They could even lie down because of the size of this boot.
Yes, yeah. If you put the back seats down, you probably could lie down. Yeah, it's got a huge boot. It's got an enormous boot. It's got great performance. It's got great stability. It's got some brilliant gadgets. Like Theo loves the fact that it can pretty much drive itself. So if you're on a decent road, like we're on now, the A38, it could detect the white line and the edge of the road either by curb or what have you. Now usually it's happier if there's a white line to the left of you as well. So if it's got those two, it will keep you in the middle between the two lanes, It does it a lot on the motorway, which is great. So it's doing it at the moment.
Just put your hands
If
up
you don't,
quickly.
if you don't touch the wheel, or at least give it some sort of feedback
For a while.
that you are there and you're conscious and you're with it, it does get a little stroppy, and it tells you off, and it tells you to put your hand on the steering wheel, and it tells you to do something.
No, it doesn't tell you off. It just says, "Please take control" on the screen.
I think it's stroppy. So yeah, there are some great features on the car. It's got this massive boot, huge boot, as Theo says. You could lie down in it. It's got this beautiful digital dashboard, which I really, really enjoy. It's got a digital speedometer, digital rev counter, and you've got the map or whatever you want to display in the middle. It's got DAB radio, it's got sat nav, it's got loads and loads of pieces of kit on it, really.
And the self-driving.
And it does this self-driving where, yeah, it keeps itself
Yeah, put
between
your
the
hands in
lanes.
the air quickly.
So I'm not driving it, and it's keeping us within the lanes safely. It does get annoyed if you don't sort of do some interaction with it every now and again. It will tell you off. Also, there was one time where it felt I was going to hit someone. I was going, relatively quick, and I think it just didn't think that I'd noticed the person in front had stopped. So it suddenly yelled "brake" at me, and I was like, right, okay.
No, it braked and you braked. It said
Well, no,
brake.
it does. You're right. It does. It brakes itself, and it yells "brake" at you. And it's also got radar guided cruise control. That's a new one for me, which is great. It again basically keeps you at a safe distance. You can set the distance. It keeps you at a safe distance between you and the car in front. They speed up. You can speed up obviously to your set speed parameters.
You don't have
put
to
in.
use sign language. Nobody can see you.
It just helps you when I talk.
Okay.
I'm not trying to do sign language. That is not sign language. That's just me chatting.
And waving your hands about. That's like, and waving your hands about. That's like how the people at the docks do it. Come over here.
What doctors do you go to?
No, dock.
Oh, the dock. I was about to say, your doctor's one of the, what do you call it, Thunderbirds?
No, dock. Where, the dock where people like move their boats and they go. They don't really move direct, and they don't do this, that, the way they just go me.
No, there's probably, do you know what, it's a bit like, have you seen them move planes? How they park planes?
Yeah, they
So
have
get these
like,
people with these lit up cones, and they... Okay, interesting. It's angry about the coolant level, which is interesting, because I topped that up the other day.
Exactly, you topped it up.
So one of the nice things about the car is it has got enough power to get you in or out of trouble, to be honest. Why
really
on earth
slow.
are we going so slow? This is a 60-mile-an-hour limit road, and someone's decided that 30 is the speed that is appropriate. That's bonkers.
If that.
That's mental. That's dangerous. So anywho, what were we talking about? Yeah, planes. So you have this person with these cones, they're lit up and they wave them around, and depending on which way they wave them, depends on where they want the plane to go.
I thought it was more like glow sticks.
Well, yeah, glow sticks, cones, glow clones, whatever. But that's what they do. That's the whole point of them, you see.
Oh, one cool fact about the car as well is also, me and Dad have realised after you've gone to a place a long time, it will tell you how long it will take to get there without you doing it.
Well, it tells you... Oh, right, okay, I see what you're saying, yes. So, yes, if you've got, like, regular places that you go on the screen, depending on what setting you've got it on and what thing you've got it on, what it'll do is it'll sort of say, oh, such and such is this far, or such and such is that far, or such and such is that far. Quite like that. I have to say that's quite a nice touch.
We are so same.
The one of the things I really like, and we will do again, it will be a proper review one day, is it's got these headlights, and I do not understand the wizardry of them. They've
easy.
obviously gone to Hogwarts.
I actually know how it works.
But let me just explain it. So you put your full beam on, it notices a car in front of you, for instance, and it goes, oh, you don't want to blind them, but you still want to see as much of the road as possible. So it puts that car in like a a black area.
Can you feel it?
It kind of blacks that area out.
Can you feel the lane assist?
What?
Can you feel the lane assist?
Yes. I'm trying to chat.
Sorry, I can't help myself.
He's obsessed with this lane assist. So basically, if a car's coming towards you, if you're coming up behind a car, it will put them in like a black area, so they're not being dazzled by the light, but you still get as much light as possible. Really, 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 really clever.
I actually know how to do it. They just use light sensors. It's not that hard, really.
If you say so.
But how else would they do it?
Well, I don't know. You're just guessing yourself.
Well,
it's just very clever. Is it or is it not clever?
I could do it.
Well, someone's hard to please.
Okay. But I could do it.
So anyway, that's, we'll wrap it up now. You'll join us for our meal, see what we think. We're at Frampton on 7 now, actually. So we're very nearly here. So we will just go and have a meal. Ooh. Go and hit a pothole.
There it is.
Yeah, we will go and have a meal and tell you what we think. So join us in a bit. No, we don't go in there then. Where do we go?
We keep going forwards, keep going forwards. Maybe you can just wait until we get in.
So where's the car park?
Here.
Okay, the car park could be better signed. Is this it? You sure? We're going in someone's driveway.
Oh yeah, this is the place.
You sure?
Yeah.
If this is someone's driveway, we'll get torn up.
Look.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. I understand.
They also own a farm here. There's a goat in there. There's a goat in that barn.
So join us in a bit to see what we have, what we think, and what we do.
Bye.
So, what are you having?
I am having, well, we're both having calamari for starter. I'm having lemonade. I'm also having burger for main.
Lovely jubbly. All right, easy tiger. So Theo's having his lemonade, as he now shows you. As Theo says, he's having calamari, I'm having calamari, both to start. And then he's having a burger and I'm having the beef roast. So we'll see what it's like. So on then, what do you think to your calamari?
Delicious.
Why are you putting on the silly voice? Why are you putting on the silly voice? No, it's very, very nice actually. It's not overcooked. We do use cutlery though, Theo.
I know you use cutlery for calamari.
Yeah. You use cutlery for all foods in restaurants. Except for bread rolls.
And pizza.
No, even pizza used with a knife and fork.
Not pizza.
What did you just do?
What?
You just used your hand. I don't know. Can't take this boy anywhere. There's Theo relaxing after his starter. I have to say, I very much enjoyed that. It's a very cute pub, this. It reminds you of some pubs. Back in the day, with a very...
Back in Daddy's, 1846. 1846.
Cheeky little monkey. But yeah, it's a really, really nice little restaurant. So,
I'm very
roll
close.
on the menus. All I can say is, wow. Proper roast beef. Comes with steamy veg, extra gravy. I don't know if anybody would need that much gravy, but goes with extra gravy and cauliflower cheese. And then you've got Theo's burger, which is, Theo says was very quick. Burger, bacon, cheese, and fries. Do we get a thumbs up?
Oh, I can't even do it.
So we're going to tuck into this, and we'll tell you what we think. I think that must be horseradish. That is good. Yum, 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 yum. Cauliflower cheese. Wow, that's very cheesy cauliflower cheese.
I thought that was macaroni.
And the guy did warm me, it was very hot, and I can see why. Look at the steam coming off of that. I thought this cauliflower cheese, that's like creamy cauliflower cheese. That's really nice. Right then, so you join us again. We did a few little clips in the restaurant, but to be honest with you, it was quite quiet. There was only us and a few other people eating until the quiz started. And I don't know, I just felt a bit awkward doing too much videoing. So we have done a little bit of videoing, which obviously you've seen. But we didn't do a huge amount of video. So to recap...
We are stuffed.
Yeah, it's not really a recap. Recap even.
I'm pretty sure we had to reorganise the stand for the phone because I think I got a bit lower because of my body expanded instead of got taller.
Right. It is quite tight in this car park, actually. Let's get the car out of here. So, recap. We are at the Bell at Frampton. I believe you can stay here as well.
No, you can't.
I'm sure you can. B&B, luxury ensuite rooms. There you go, sign right in front of us.
Huh. You can stay here.
So Theo's not going to be part of the police force when he's older.
Why?
Because you don't notice things.
Well, I am a mini police.
Oh, grumpy face.
I am a mini police, so in your face.
That's true, actually. You are a mini police. So, yeah, we're at the Bell in Frampton, Frampton 17, near Cam and Dursley, just off the M5. It is a very very wet and windy day. So, we should take a nice, safe, leisurely drive home. Discovered the bong from the car, just if you were intrigued, because I certainly was. Sounds like it's probably a faulty temperature sensor, because the temperature's fine. The coolant's got a load of coolant in it. There's no coolant leaking anywhere that I can see, not in the oil or anything like that, which is the main, obviously, always the main concern. And a new sensor is about 26 quid, and I can fit that. So, car worries are done. So, let's recap. So, we've gone to the restaurant. We had calamari to start. What did you think to your calamari?
Delicious. Best calamari or slash starter apart from the brie I've ever had.
Really? Mm-hmm. So, I quite liked it. I think that, if I'm honest, I think the Zizi's calamari was better. But I really, really liked that. So, what I would say about the Bell at Frampton is it kind of reminds you of going to the pub
in the 80s when he was, born.
When you were younger, with your parents or with your grandparents. So as I said earlier, they do own a number of different pubs and restaurants. And another one that we go to, which I've got very, very fond memories of actually, is called the George. And we used to go there for our birthdays sometimes with my late grandmother, my dad's mum. And dad. Unfortunately, my grandfather died when I was 12. So, but my grandmother, bless her, carried on the tradition, and we went many, many times with her, and it was very, very nice. And so, it's always nice going back to those sort of places because it kind of reminds me of those days. And as you can see, it sort of brings a smile to my face. So, soppiness over.
That's very much that. He cries over everything.
I do. I cry over everything.
Even if the film isn't sad, I mean, seriously, this guy.
Yeah, I cry in lots of different things. Adverts, you name it. If I find it emotional, I'm going to cry at it, and I'm not afraid of that. I'm not ashamed of that. I think it's good for guys to show emotion.
He should be a bit.
Nope, not at all. Anyway, so calamari was lovely. Then you had a burger, cheese and bacon burger.
Mm.
What did you think?
9 out of 10 burger.
9 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say that's the best burger you've had out?
Nah.
No? Where's the best burger you've had out?
I do like burger. It's either between Burger King or your burger.
Oh, right, okay, so those are still the top two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting.
But that's definitely third.
Well, that's third. Okay, so and he's had a fair few burgers, ladies and gentlemen. So he is getting to be a bit of
I've got like 6 ones.
Burger connoisseur. And obviously, when we go to the States later on in the year, well, in a few months actually, he will probably even more judging of burgers. Although I have informed him we are not just eating burgers when we go abroad.
We'll be eating hot dogs. Plates full of cheese and more.
And some other decent stuff as well. And salads and vegetables. So I had the roast beef. Now, when we got there, the first thing the guy said to me was, there's no roast. So I was a bit gutted, if I'm honest, because I quite fancied a roast. And if I'm going to have a roast, I usually have a roast beef because as a family, we tend to cook roast pork more often than not. So if I'm out, I quite fancy doing something which we don't normally have. So I really, really fancied a roast beef. So I was a little bit gutted, if I'm honest, when he sort of said there's no roast beef. And then as they were taking the orders, young lad came over and said, oh no, we've got a beef left. Do you want it? Yes. Yes, with bells on. And do you know what? Really, really nice. So the beef was lovely. It was tender. Didn't, taste or feel like it'd been sat around for ages. Had a really, really nice rich gravy, maybe like a red wine gravy or something, but it was really, really nice. The veg was lovely, slightly buttery. That was really, really nice and really, really tasty. And the best cauliflower cheese I've ever had in my life. It was so creamy and flavorful and obviously cheesy. It was really, really enjoyable.
I gotta admit, best cauliflower cheese I've ever had.
Yeah, you had a taste of it, didn't you?
But I hate cauliflower cheese, so I can't really say that.
Well, there you go. Excuse me. So yeah, we really, really I really, really enjoyed that.
I hate cauliflower.
The only two negatives I would say for mine is I'd say the potatoes were the roast potatoes were roast. I like roast potatoes, like with a sort of crunchy outside and a soft inner, like maybe, I don't know, goose fat, duck fat roast potatoes. That's kind of, to me, a proper roast. Their roast potatoes weren't quite like that, and it also came with new potatoes, and I don't really understand the whole roast potato and new potato. I just think, well, choose one or the other. But other than that, and the Yorkshire pudding was quite crispy. It was quite dry. And I don't know how Yorkshire pudding should be, really.
It's like a light, fluffy, buttery.
Well, this is it. We see some Yorkshire puddings, like if you go to Toby's, they're very kind of floppy, aren't they? Toby's Carvery, they're very clear. Where this was a bit more crunchy. And I suppose I'd probably like them somewhere in between the two, if I'm honest.
Like crunchy on the, that side, down, and then the rest is floppy.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, to be totally honest with you.
I would say buttery.
But anywho, I did say to Thea while we were in there, though, I would rather go once in a blue moon to a Sunday roast like that, which was so nice, so tasty, so flavourful. And to be honest, neither of us could have a dessert. We are absolutely stuffed to the gills.
I don't have gills, but if I had gills, I think it was something that would be coming out.
Yeah, so we're absolutely stuffed. So what we're going to do is we're going to have pudding at home. And the pudding is thanks to Fee, Livy and Amy. Amy's a really, really good friend of mine, and her daughters brought in a chocolate cake for my birthday. And they brought it into the salon on Saturday. So we've had a few little bits, and we're going to have some more tonight as part of our pudding. One, because I need to let the food settle a bit.
Oh, also, I have one downside. Sorry, continue.
Thank you. So we're going to let the food settle a bit, and then we're going to enjoy pudding at home. So it wasn't that we didn't like any of the looks or sounds of their puddings. We literally couldn't fit it in. So yeah, that would be, how I take it. I don't know how to describe that, but yeah, that's basically why we're not having pudding. I think the restaurant was really nice, really friendly. The ambiance is really nice. The decor, as I say, does remind me a little bit of when I went to the pubs when I was younger with my grandparents. And the guy, the head waiter, I think it is, he's been around with that group for years and years and years. And he does remind me a little bit of Manuel from the Fawlty Towers shows, and I don't mean that in a negative way at all. It's just there's something about him, and he just
sounds like one of those butlers you would see in
Don't cover your mouth when you're talking, mate. It makes it difficult.
Seems like one of those butlers that could be in a fancy movie. Yeah, I know. MasterChef Finals. If
oh really? You think? Oh right.
Okay. He's one of those kind of waiters.
I obviously think differently, but
like a French waiter.
Okay, well, he's not
French.
He's not Spanish either.
Without the French.
But yeah, we so no, I really, really enjoyed it. Really, really liked it. Definitely would go again. I think the only negatives I would say is because there were so few people there at the start, I didn't feel that we could record easily in the restaurant. I felt a little bit self-conscious about doing that. So for that, my apologies, but I don't want to intrude on people too much. And the other negative, I would say, was obviously on a Sunday night, they must do a pub quiz. Now, if you're going to do the pub quiz, and you fancy having to go to the pub quiz, there's not a problem with that. And that would have been quite good fun, I'm sure. However, we weren't going to stay that late. He's got school tomorrow. And it's a little intrusive. If you're there for a meal, having, somebody yell out, "Oh, if someone's a twitcher, what's their hobby?" Well, I'm pretty sure I'm saying this. Bird spotting, but I may be wrong. Tell us in the comments. So that would be my only negative, to be honest with you. I felt it was fair price. I felt it was good service. It was quick service. It was nice service. Hey,
I had 2 cups of drink.
He had a lot to drink, which, as we all know, soft drinks in pubs are not cheap. So I did tell him to slow down. It made no difference.
Yeah.
So you had one little negative to say, and then we'll wrap it up.
I feel like they served too many chips. I remember one time.
Sorry, I feel like I might need to stop the car. You feel like they served too many chips?
No, can I continue?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm a food mastermind, I'll admit. I am the gobbler upper of food upper.
Right.
But I felt like they kind of wanted to tempt you with chips. Like, they wouldn't stop with the chips. They was like, "Oh, have a plate of chips."
To be fair, Theo was very good, and I did the same. We couldn't finish our plates. We did leave bits behind because there was just so much. And I think these days, to get that with quality food at the same time is actually unusual. So I was quite impressed with that. But yes, Theo is right. There was a lot there. He left a bit of his burger behind. He also left a little bit of his chips behind. And that wasn't to do with...
hope you forgive me.
And that wasn't to do with... Well, I'd rather you leave it behind than make yourself ill or overeat. So I'd rather you do that. But that wasn't because they weren't nice. It was because there was just so much, and it was quite filling, and it was quite rich, but it was very, very tasty. Right, we're going to pause this. I've got to nip into the garage quickly, and then we will give you our reviews, or what do you call it, like numbers
and stuff.
What do you call it? We always give like a, rating. That's it. Review rating. That's what I was trying to think of.
With numbers.
So you'll be waiting for the rating.
Hello, it's just me in the car now, and we're just going to be waiting for Dad. Any second now. Any second.
Oh.
I think.
Right, I'm back. No, I am. Well, I am, but the car's not on. There we go, car's on.
He didn't came too
very, very.
He didn't came that soon before anyway.
Huh?
He didn't came that soon before anyway. For what I said. He had no clue, did he?
Well, I will do, because I'm the one who edit the videos. Yeah.
It's not anything bad.
I know you're being cheeky.
It isn't. Well, he said he's going to take forever. Well, I didn't say it's going
to. And did I take forever?
No.
No, exactly. Exactement.
Well, I actually just said, you'll see.
So, anywho, rating for the
9.
Bell at Frampton. You're going to give it a 9 out of 10. Do you know what I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 too?
9.2.
I'm going to give it a 9 because, as I say, the roasts could have been like a bit more roasty, and the Yorkshires could have been a tiny bit softer maybe. But other than that, faultless, absolutely faultless. Really enjoyed it. Really glad we went. And again, it's just lovely to support local, isn't it? It's lovely to support a local business.
It's lovely to eat anything. It's lovely to eat anything, really.
Say again?
It's lovely to eat anything, really.
It's lovely to eat anything anyway. I hope your top isn't rubbing against your microphone, otherwise this is going to be all the way through. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. So, that's our little jaunt out for my birthday.
9.5 or 9.2 or the other.
That's our little joint out for our birthdays, really. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope that's encouraged you to support your local.
And try Frampton.
And try Frampton. Gloucestershire is actually, we're very lucky. Gloucestershire is a lovely, lovely area. Got lots to see, lots to visit, lots to do, especially in the summertime. It's not when it's battling down with rain like it is right now. But anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. Please remember to
like and subscribe and hit the bell notifications.
and hopefully we will see you on the
And
next.
share with friends. Don't even forget it. Please don't forget it.
And share with friends. And you know, it won't be long, as I say, before we are starting to do our Florida videos. I don't know, there'll be the journey down there, there'll be packing luggage, all this sort of stuff. So there's lots of stuff for us to go through. So
And
we
you've
hope.
already seen our suitcases?
Yeah, I think you have. Yeah. So hopefully you will join us for that as well. But until the next time, see ya.
Bye.